What's up, YouTube? The Bearded Outdoorsman, your guide to all things gear and beards. Today's gonna be another gear video, and I'm gonna show you how I modified a backpack to fit my needs. So stay tuned through the intro. Alright guys, we are back. If you're new to my channel, I'm the Bearded Outdoorsman. I do hiking videos, gear reviews, beard product reviews, and tutorials. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a backpack that I picked up off of Amazon. Fairly inexpensive. Picked it up a few years ago, but it just didn't work for me. And so I did some modifications to it. What we're going to look at today is backpack from Mozone, M-O-Z-O-N-E. All right, so this is what they consider a 45-liter packable day pack, is what they consider it. I'll put a picture here. This is what it looked like when I bought it. Of course, just a different color. So it came with a top brain, basically, that had two pockets. It had an outer pocket and it had an inner pocket. For me personally, when I have a pack that has that, I end up putting too much stuff in it, ultimately making my pack too heavy. So just one little tip, one little piece of advice: if you're new to hiking, you're new to outdoors, the bigger your pack that you purchase, the more stuff you're gonna put in it, the more stuff you're gonna think you need, and the heavier your pack's gonna be in the long run. So I downsized. I went to this 45-liter pack as a chance to downsize, and I was able to get my pack down for the next, once I got this, my very next weekend hike, my pack was less than 25 pounds. So, but I'm gonna show you what I did and give you my take on this particular pack and what I did to modify it. So first off, I cut off the top brain, the entire brain portion. I cut that off, and I just went to the fabric store and bought just basic black ripstop, and came in where the brain would have, it had a drawstring here, brain laid over and clipped. So what I did was, where the drawstring was, I cut the drawstring out, took in and sewed in this ripstop here, and then sewed it here. And what that does is it gives me a little bit more room to pack kind of my bigger stuff, my clothes or my hammock or my underquilt, that kind of thing. And I added some Velcro to the top just as an extra little closure. But then when we stitched it, I just took a piece of the nylon that was around for the drawstring and just seamed it with that. So I added these buckles back. They were on the brain to clip the brain down. And so what I had to do was, because they were more towards the front of the pack, you can see this is where they were. I cut the the male end of the clip. I cut that out from here and moved it over here to the side. So when I roll my top down, it clips down on the sides. But what this has given me is, it gave me, basically, it turned this 45-liter pack almost into a 50-liter pack, but without the pockets to just collect stuff. That's what I found in my years of hiking, is with various bags, if you have a lot of various pockets that don't have a good use for them, like these side pockets fit a water bottle really well. So if you don't have something like this, if you have something else that doesn't have a good purpose, you end up putting miscellaneous things in there and overloading it, and it gets too heavy. So I carried this pack. I would not recommend this pack for over 25 pounds. I carried it with a little less than 25. It was fine, it worked well. The straps are not the most comfortable. This is considered a day pack from Mozone, but I carried it for weekend hikes on the Appalachian Trail. Carried it for a 3-day hike, 2 nights, 3 days. Had plenty of room for my food, my water, my clothes, my hammock, my everything I needed for my sleep system. So I didn't scrimp on that. I didn't have to leave anything at home that I would have needed. I actually hiked in the fall, so it was a fairly cool trip. So I had enough for my jacket and everything in here. And again, the only problem I ran into was the straps weren't super quality, super padded. And actually, when I was redoing this, I undid the straps and I added a little bit of foam inside the straps, and it made a little bit of a difference. Not too big, but it does. This pack does have the sternum strap. It does not have a waist belt, but I also added these loops on the bottom, so I can, if you can see, these gray ones are on the front, these black ones are on the back, so I can add something under here and tie it off. So like big sleeping bag, if I was going and needed the big sleeping bag, or anything for that matter, you can pretty much tie it down here, strap it on. It's got this front mesh kind of stretchy elastic material here. And what I usually carry when I carry this pack, the way I carry it is I have the collapsible platypus water bottles, 1 liter. So they fit really well right here, as well as like a smart water bottle. They fit really good here. And then I would keep I'd keep a Ziploc bag with toilet paper, and my bag with my water filter, my Sawyer filter and all that stuff, I'd keep it right here so it was easy access. And then everything else went into the guts of the bag. It does have it's not real big, but it does have a thing for a water bladder. But there's no port, and I don't think it had a port. I think you just had to run it out of the drawstring if you wanted to use it in its original form. But again, this video is kind of twofold. It's a review of this bag, which I think is a really good bag. It's quality for what it is, and for its price, it's a really good bag in my opinion. Number two, to show you that you can take any bag, any outdoor gear, get you a sewing machine, play with it, learn how to use it, and you can modify your gear to fit your needs, because that's what we want. Companies aren't going to fit what your particular need is. So sometimes you have to modify stuff. Sometimes you have to make it work for you, and basically you're hiking your hike. So if you don't have enough pockets, add pockets. If you've got too many pockets, cut some pockets off so you don't overload it, because I personally can attest to, if you have too much room in your pack, you will pack too much stuff. I'm not going to get into how heavy some of my packs have been in the past, but let's just say we've learned over the years, and I think this was a huge step for me. This was the biggest step for me, to learn that I could go a lot less weight than what I'd been doing, because you go with a smaller bag and you tell yourself, I've got to make it work. Guess what? You're going to make it work, and you're not going to carry anything that's not necessary. So if you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, drop me a comment. Let me know, have you ever modified your gear? Have you ever modified any particular piece of gear that just wasn't working for you, and you wanted to make it work in what you needed? So drop me a comment, let me know what you think. And as always, from the Bearded Outdoorsman, stay bearded, get outdoors, and God bless.